down to the valley town.
I said, here I am sitting in the chair 5 minutes after I learned that I have no more treatments. And it's...
They just told you that?
Yeah, I mean, I heard last week that my scan was clear. And that was... I was in shock. It was a wonderful experience.
Fantastic. So, you are leaving Valley Cancer Institute, eh?
Yes, I'm leaving tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon when I get packed. I am tearing up the road to a little town called Toddle.
So it was a long journey over here in Los Angeles.
It was a long, circuitous path. I went first to San Francisco. Actually, yeah, first I went to Palo Alto, to Stanford, where the doctors gave me their vision of what was going to happen. And I went to San Francisco, where the doctors there gave me their ideas. And then my wife, what can you say? Thank you, my beloved, very wonderful wife, said, okay, I've been researching this, and you've got to try Valley Cancer Institute. You've got to go there.
When you were diagnosed, what did you feel at that time?
When I was diagnosed? Well, when I was diagnosed, I think part of me already knew. It was not a shock. I'd had a cyst in my neck for 4.5 years. And it just kept getting bigger, which is what they said it would do, slowly, incrementally get larger, but that I really didn't have to do anything about it because I'm a singer. And they said that if they took it out, it might damage my vocal nerve. I don't know, you hear that once if you're a singer and you don't want to take it out, you don't want to surgically remove it right away.
And then when you were diagnosed, what choices did the doctors offer you?
Well, I have cancer in my tongue, or had cancer in my tongue and in my throat. So the first thing they did was take my tonsils out. And then later, when I'd healed up, they put 16 or 17, as I said, mining for the primary, holes in my tongue. At any rate, they never found anything. I went to Stanford, and so he took that scalpel. I thought he went all the way through my tongue. And I lifted out of the chair, because it was an extremely shocking experience. And then he pulled out this plug and he said, well, he got a lot of it. And my wife was sitting next to me the whole time, holding onto my hand. And I was, she was writhing in pain because I was squeezing her hand so hard. Yes, when you have your tongue operated on for, tonsils taken out, you don't eat. You can't, really. And it is a very painful experience. When I went to San Francisco, he said, we should do another biopsy. I said, no, man, my tongue has been more cut up than any tongue in America, okay? When is enough? I mean, they can't find it. These guys, they thought they knew where it was. You have a program, and the program is we operate, and then we do radiation, and then if we do that, we don't need chemo. Or we do chemo, radiation, and then we operate to, quote, clean up, unquote. Now, operate means, in my case, because I had bilateral metastases, I had little lymph nodes on both sides that had cancer in them. Now, the problem is that the surgery was complete. It was a full neck dissection. Now, what a full neck dissection means is everything comes out. All glands, all lymph nodes, and anything else that is historically ever shown possibly to get cancer is removed. After radiation is problematic because the healing after a full dose of radiation is not quite the same as healing of normal tissue without radiation. What can I expect when this is done? And he said, well, the best case is a case of a cop who, now it's 3 years later, and he said he's just about 90%. This is 3 years after the operation. He said he's back to wherever he's going to be, but it's about 90%. And that's the best case. So I said, well, if that was the best case, what's a kind of normal case? He said, well, you know, you just it's better than 50%. I mean, you know, you'll probably be able to talk, and you'll be able to swallow again. I said, well, in the course of the treatment, well, he said, we'll put a feeding tube in. This is at Stanford.
Lord, I swear, the perfume you wear is made out of turnip greens. And every time you kiss me, girl, it tastes like pork and beans. Even though you're wearing those certified high heels, I can tell by your giant steps, baby, you've been walking through